Hey everyone, today we're back in the Star Pack. And what I wanted to do today in the Star Pack is I wanted to take a challenge to here. So if you saw my 500 sub celebration video, Standing on the Shoulders of Giants Part 3, I did shoutouts to Scooty and Stans, and my tribute to Stans, or One Night Stands, was what I like to call the Stans Scambit. So the early level ups on turn 3, that, or any odd turn that you get, that's what Stans calls the Gambit, or the Scambit, because you're scamming to get those higher tier pets. And so what I want to do is you can only win a game off the pets you get on level ups. So it's nothing too crazy, but it's just kind of a fun way to like force you down a path. A lot of times you'll get an early level up pet, right? And you'll invest in it, let's say this orangutan, and then you'll kind of be rolling for other pets that fit that and kind of build your team around only certain pets that you get off the level up, right? There's plenty of level ups that you end up skipping or just grabbing unit temporarily. So not in this case. In this case, we have to win with the pets we get off level ups, and it doesn't necessarily have to be certain tiers, right? Like, I don't have to win with both these orangutans separate. I just have to, in the end, win with all pets that I get off level ups. So in my tribute video where I first did this, I had a specific number of pets, right? It was like 2 tier 3s, a tier 4, a tier 5, and a tier 6. That's a fun way to do it for sure, but it's kind of tough to like guarantee you get the level ups every time, right? Like you see here, I'm just rolling down, I'm not really finding much. So I take a tuna because I don't really know what to do. And obviously this tuna, since I just bought it from the shop, as well as the tier 1s, they can't stay on the team. So the only thing I have that can stay permanently on my team right now is an orangutan. But yeah, luckily we're getting some wins. I think that lollipop on the orangutan was pretty clutch. It's kind of tough to feed orangutan buffs when you're first starting in the Star Pack. It's awkward, you know, it gives stuff health very fast, and then you're bringing in new units that you probably don't want to keep, and the orangutan's just going to buff them. So it's always going to be awkward, the orangutan, until you get your team set. And get a great draw there, so it's looking good. And yeah, turn 7. So we totally forwent tier 4s, essentially. So we can only get tier 5s from level ups now. So now we have an orangutan and we have a hamster. Those are the only 2 units we can keep on our team permanently. Everything else is just temporary. And you can see here in kind of a panic, I roll down because I'm looking for another orangutan to level. And it's kind of my mistake here. I should have sold this pheasant a long time ago and brought in like another tier 3 to start leveling, to look for more level ups. Because my problem here is I just don't have enough stuff to level up. But we're getting these draws, we're preserving the hearts. We're kind of, I mean, 3... There's 3 fairy armadillos there. I could have had a free level up. Instead, I just roll the entire turn down. What am I doing? What was that? 12 rolls? What am I doing? And again, a very, very surprising draw. Could not believe it. 5, 6, 7 rolls. Finally take a strawberry jam, because I'm like, okay, if I see a shoe bill, I guess I'll take a shoe bill and get a little bit of stats. So very surprising when you're entering the late game and you just completely roll 2 turns down without really doing anything. And the team is still in a decent spot. But you see here these stats that they have. I mean, again, such a lucky draw. We're not going to be so lucky soon with that. So, get a level up, gotta take something. Let's take the Sabertooth. I figure Sabertooth is great with Alpaca, We already have kind of the roll going with the hamster, so maybe we can get something going with that. Real Velociraptor would have been a good option, but I would have had to start throwing peppers on stuff, and my stuff doesn't really have enough stats. Oh yeah, and the mammoth works with the pheasant. Look at that. And the strawberry gave it that one attack so it could kill. That was funny how that battle worked out. And look at the hamsters. Got all the hamsters in the world, so decide to try to play it smart. And we're just going to start rolling. It's turn 11, so we're looking for an ostrich. And there it goes. Decide to immediately sell the tuna, get the double hamster going. And we have the 1 gold left. Now we have 3 gold. So it kind of works out perfect. We can immediately get level 2 ostrich. And we have the saber-tooth frozen in the shop. And I believe we had an alpaca frozen in the shop because we have double hamster here. We bought one of these hamsters from the shop, so we cannot have double hamster. We can only have 1 hamster, so that's all we got from the level up. So we go down to 2 hearts. It's pretty scary because we just got a level 2 ostrich, have not gotten a single ostrich trigger. And I'm rolling down right now, trying to reset the triggers and do some funny stuff. And decide to take a real Velociraptor. So I'm going to go back real quick because we got that real Velociraptor off of that level up. I just wanted to be sure. I wasn't positive at the time. So I figure because we can level the hamster here, that'll give us the 2 extra tier 6s, so we finally can get an ostrich trigger and get the ball rolling. And with 1 gold left, we have our hamster triggers again. So yeah, we get the ball rolling. And hopefully we can find more triggers. And at the end, just take a pair. Don't need to get too greedy. Got some decent stats there, and yeah, it looks like it's holding up well. We faced a team with no scaling at all. They have the in-battle scaling, which is very scary. And that vulture got some decent sized mammoths from that. It's kind of funny that we have a real Velociraptor also with absolutely no equipment. And yeah, we're leveling the real Velociraptor. Probably just should have frozen that for some ostrich buffs. But I figure with the hamster gold, we should be able to get ostrich triggers. And look at this. We roll the entire turn down, and we don't get a single ostrich trigger. So kind of to the detriment of the ostrich, it can be rough sometimes. And you see, they're so health heavy. They need to use a lollipop on 1 or 2 of these guys. But apparently not, because they got the win. And there's the ostrich, just going to use that to get the stats, get the ball rolling. So we got 1 trigger there. Might as well take the level up to get the 2nd trigger. There's a pepper there. It's perfect. We have the real velo. Hopefully we can get a 3rd trigger. In this last roll, we do not, but that's okay. Good influx of stats, good influx of equipment. Now we're getting our real Velociraptor going. And here comes the salmons. So didn't get any pepper value there, but we get good mammoth value. And the team is pretty well set up. It's looking good, so decide we can throw popcorn at the beginning here. Try to avoid the draws. And I just want to point out, at turn 14 last turn, we were at 4 trophies with 1 heart. So we need to basically get 6 wins without losing. And starting to throw hot dogs, I figure because the orangutans given a little more health. We're a little health heavy. If we're not quite finding the ostrich triggers that we want, we can freeze hot dogs and throw hot dogs at the end of the turn. Really not concerned with leveling anything else up. And I thought I was going to get pepper value there, but we did not. Let's see if we get some pepper value here. There you go, the pepper value with the real velo. If you don't get value on the first pepper, you're probably going to get value on the second pepper. So it's very worth it, real Velociraptor. Hopefully we can get more ostrich triggers going and just really scale to the moon here. There we go. 3, got another one. Was that 3 triggers this turn? And decide, yeah, that's a good amount of triggers. Let's just take another hot dog, try to balance out some of this attack. And they get really good pepper value, but we trade with the pepper value. Our mammoths are bigger. And here we go. Here's pepper value. So yeah, go to 7 trophies. We need 3 more still. It's so daunting. Like, these kind of comebacks are just, oh, it's so ridiculous. 2 hot dogs frozen. Might as well take one. Really don't like throwing that many hot dogs. I probably would get more stats over time by not throwing the hot dogs and just rolling for the tier 6s. But the little bit of attack can really make a difference. And not necessarily getting pepper value, but that's okay. When you don't get pepper value, it's usually because your stats are fine. So they have some scary peppers in the end. Luckily, our popcorn gets the draw. That was so scary. Their pug surviving with 1 HP. So pepper, hot dog, freeze the tier 6s. Come on. Show me a tier 6. There's one. There's another. Come on, give me another. There's another. So that was a lot of good triggers. Might as well just get a pepper on the real Velociraptor. Keep this train rolling. So summon team, not going to get any pepper value, but that's okay. Our stats should be big enough. Look how big those mammoths are. Mammoths almost took out a unit by themselves. Super impressive. Yeah, looks absolutely great. Something I could have done here maybe a couple turns ago is I could have thrown a lollipop on the ostrich, but I just don't think it's necessary when your team's this big. I'd rather have a very high health unit in the back with a summon, like a popcorn. So, see here, do the same thing. Just roll down the turn, looking for the tier 6s, throw in a hot dog. So now the attack has pretty much balanced out with the team. Some of our units have higher attack, so not as much value on the hot dogs anymore. Probably more value just to roll it out. And another pepper team that's super scary, but we just get the favorable trades on them. So turn 20, we have arrived. We get 1 ostrich trigger. Can we get another? We get 2. Can we get another? Show me one more. We get 3. And I figure at that point that's probably enough. We'll throw a hot dog to get a couple of our units to 50-50, or 1 to 50-50. 3 more are close. They have the Woodpecker, Triceratops, Piranha team, so now they have a 50-50 in the middle of their team. Fortunately for us, we have a real Velociraptor, so we get incredible pepper value. Our orangutan gets to almost trade with their first 3 units. We get easy pepper value on the Woodpecker to take it out. Easy pepper value taking out the Sparrow. And yeah, the cleanup is like, it's not even close. The Mammoths gets the job done. We still have over half our team left. Super easy win on turn 20 considering what we went through to get there. So the Scambit ended with a tier 3, a tier 5, and 3 tier 6s. Very interesting. Let's hop over to another run. Alright, we are in the puppy pack. And we're doing the stands Scambit again, so can only use pets that we got off level up. So you see it's turn 10, 6 trophies, 3 hearts. Have a lionfish frozen because I just got that off a level up last turn. And so far on the team we have a buffalo and an owl are the only units we got off level ups. So 1 tier 3 and 1 tier 4. The robin and the shrimp cannot stay. So it looks like we got a sauropod and a lionfish now to work with. So gonna go ahead and just bring them both in because the sauropod really works with the owl and the mouse that you sell. And figured, yeah, might as well throw a pie on the lionfish, get a couple more stats, help it out of the gate here. Our level 2 buffalo is looking really good. It's going to start really scaling to the moon now. Unfortunately, they have a butterfly. Get good lemon value, just not quite enough. So really good setup here. Almost decided to take a melon, but yeah, we can throw the better apples on the lionfish as well. Start getting our buy sells going. So I believe that team had a couple units I could use. Did not get anything, quite unfortunate. Decide to freeze the hatching chick for next turn so I can use it as a free sell to get the buffalo trigger. And those dang front stakes. Those front stakes are so devastating, but yeah, we get it done kind of easily, that battle. Don't know what was going on with that other team. And yeah, got the dragon here because got the dragon off of the level up, right, from the lionfish. So decide to switch out the sauropod for the dragon. It just completely makes sense. This is like an ideal 4-squad team here. It's not the absolute meta, but I don't think you need the meta if you're switching out for a unit like the lionfish here, right? So it's just, especially considering we're going to get a flashlight break next turn, level 1 dragon's really all we need to just get a little more stats on here to help this get over the line. Very scary level 3 Orchid Mantis. Unfortunately for them, we have a second position massive buffalo that just cleans through their squad. So now from here, take the melon, take the apple, and we're just buy selling, trying to scale to the moon. So it feels good. Almost decide to go for level 3 lionfish, and then I'm like, you know what? It's probably best if I just keep buy selling tier 1s until this lionfish gets 50-50 at least. And then maybe I can try to level something up and like hope I get a mantis shrimp or something I can bring in at the very end. But at the same time, we're at 9 trophies. So that's probably not necessary. Can probably just keep the 4-squad, get a stinky sock, get a steak, and go second position dragon. And yeah, freeze a melon so we can put it on the lionfish or the buffalo if we happen to lose. Let's see what we got. It's a whale shark. It's a pie panther team. I'm surprised this team doesn't have like a tar or a snapping turtle to kind of pass stuff back, right? You can use a pie panther and then have a tar pass the chili back, so you kind of get double value on the panther. And you see, kind of because they're a little late to the curve, it looks like they just put in an elephant seal and gave it a melon. Turn 14, putting in a scalar that late, you're probably not going to get very far. So thank you for the W there. The Stan Scambit got it done in 2 more packs. It's a pretty fun way to just kind of like, if you're not sure which way you want to play or what you want to do, kind of just gives you some guide, right? Just gives you a clear path that you can follow. So let me know what you think of the challenge. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. As always, have a fantastic day. We'll catch you in the next one.